What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Logisticalstyles, and today we are doing a product review. We are reviewing this product right here. This is the Xvive XV1-R. It's a stereo portable recorder, and it was sent to me by the folks over at Xvive. I got to meet up with them at the NAMM show last month and reconnected with them, and they told me about some of the new products that they have been releasing and asked me if I would be interested in testing out this right here. And naturally, I did say yes. I jumped at the chance. This right here is the device. This is what you get. It comes with a pair of batteries. It's battery operated. It uses two AA batteries, which you can find anywhere. And it has a slot for an SD card where you can put in your own storage. So it doesn't have onboard storage, but it does have a slot for an SD card, which you can find anywhere. It can take a SD card up to 128 gigabytes. So it's got plenty of room and plenty of storage. And this isn't just a recorder, but it has a lot of features as well. It also can act as an audio interface because you can connect it to your computer using the USB port that is on the bottom. You can also use it as a microphone, a USB microphone. So you can not just use it to record onto your memory card, but you can use it plugged in with the USB cable and use it as a microphone for your Zoom meetings or your Teams meetings or just recording audio into a computer. You can use this, and I've used it with both Zoom and Teams, and I've also used it with the Reaper to record audio, and it worked perfectly. It worked as expected. You can also use it with the USB cable to plug it in to read the memory directly off of the SD card, so you don't have to remove the SD card and put it in some adapter. You can use this as the card reader. So that's a really handy feature for it to have as well. One of the things I really do like about it is it allows you to overdub your recordings. You can do multiple takes and record over and get a new version with the extra audio added. You can do overdubbing, and I've played around with it. It works. I've done 3 overdubs and it didn't give me any problem. I'm not sure if there's a maximum number of overdubs you can do, but it was really cool. It's an interesting feature to have, especially for maybe someone who's working on an idea for maybe a song or something, or writing or coming up with some kind of creative thing and they need to record it on the spot. This is a great device to have. It also has a built-in speaker. It's not the greatest and loudest speaker, but it's good enough for you to be able to hear what you've recorded to make sure you did get a proper recording. So I do like that. You don't have to have headphones. You can just use the built-in speaker. The screen, this is what it looks like when it cuts on. You see it's a monochromatic screen, so it's not color, and that's one thing I do kind of wish it was. I wish there was a color screen, but the screen is good enough. It shows you all the information. Actually, it has a ton of information that I won't even be able to go over all of it in this video, but it does have a lot of information and a lot of features that you can activate through the menus on the screen. These buttons can serve multiple purposes depending on what menu you're in on the device. So they're context related buttons. And you go into the playback menu, they do one thing. You go into the record menu, they do something else. There's a lot of options in these menus that you can customize this to operate the way you need it to work for you, whether depending on the application, I would say. So like me, I would use this often to record my set, my DJ set. I hook it up to the output of my mixer or controller and plug it into the input here. And this allows me to get a good, clean digital recording of my DJ set or whatever I hook it up to. Sometimes I use certain services that don't allow me to record within the DJ software that I'm using. So a device like this will allow me to record my set. Say if you were using like a streaming service with Serato or some other DJ software, they typically don't let you record onto the computer. So using this as an outboard recorder is a really good workaround. You can also use the built-in mics. They have like a XY axis mic to get you a good stereo sound, and it does work. I did testing with it by moving it from left to right, and I was able to hear it in the playback and also see it on the VU meters that the sound was shifting from left to right. This thing has a lot of good features, especially with the way it was designed. One thing I really do like about it is the fact that it is USB-C, so I don't have to get some weird cable to use. It does have a um, adapter right here, which will allow you to hook up like a tripod. I thought I had one up here, but I don't. But you can use a tripod to sit it on a table. Like if you were doing an interview, you can just have it sit there without having to worry about holding it. It can fit on, I do have some mic stands that have adapters for that, so I can put it just about anywhere that I need to put it. It has a built-in delete button, which I really do like because it allows you to quickly delete files. Like say you made a mistake, you can quickly delete it without having to go through the menu to try to find a way to delete it. So I do like that quick access to a delete button. This right here, it's a small thing, but I thought was really cool that they did it. And it's like a little bar or some little feet with a bar going across it that allows the recorder to sit on a tabletop without the microphone touching the table. So that was really thoughtful. And then they went a step further and put this rubber grip on it so that it actually doesn't have a chance of messing up any table or, just being, destructive or making any marks, anything like that. I like that. It's little things that, make you realize that a lot of thought went into the product. What we're going to do now is we're going to jump into some of the features. I'm just going to go through the website to keep myself accurate and honest, and we'll talk about some of these features, which I may have already talked about already. So the menus are very intuitive. That's the first thing. The menus are intuitive, and the manual. The manual is written really well. I must admit that it was really nice to be able to follow along and not have to try to think about what was meant versus what was written. So that was nice. The menus are easy to follow. They do get deep, so you can go in and really customize this for yourself. It does support 32-bit float. That's how it records. It records up to 96 kilohertz in 24-bit or 32 float-bit waves. Wave is the main production profile that it records under. All the other profiles, it uses AAC format. Sometimes it's lossy, but you can choose between the two. It's got input and output, 3.5 millimeter port for input and output. So you can, like I said, hook up your mixer or controller to record into it. And then you can actually play back from this headphone jack right here. And another cool thing is when you're recording, you can wear headphones and actually monitor what you are recording right there live. So it was pretty cool. I did test that out. It has an auto record feature. So you can set this to have a certain threshold of sound. And when the sound gets to a certain volume, when it hits that volume, it'll start recording. So that's a nice thing to kind of automate your recording sessions. That's really cool. They say it has a slate tone generator for when you're working with DSLR and video cameras, so that kind of helps you keep everything lined up. I know sometimes there could be issues with the audio drifting, but using this tone generator, I think, helps with the post-production stuff, and it's a lot of video production stuff, which I'm not too fully versed in, but it's there. As I mentioned earlier, it does use 2 AA batteries. It comes with 2 AA batteries included. They say you get up to 12 hours of usage, but it depends on the different variables, such as like if you're like me, I like to keep the screen at 100% brightness. That will affect your battery life. How quickly you want the screensaver or the backlight to go off, that will affect your battery life. And then just, how long your recording sessions are. So there's a lot of different things, but they say about 12 hours, and that makes sense. I haven't had to change the batteries yet, and I've been using it heavily. It records at input levels of 130 decibels up to. So 130 is like the max before you start getting some distortion. The playback, you can control the speed of it, so you can You don't want to waste time, listen to a playback at real time. Well, you can hit it at double time. You can speed it up and, scrub through a recording really well. And all in over, I would say this is just a really good device. I think it has a lot of good features. And these, what I just read down, that's not even a fraction of the features. All these different profiles that it comes with, like I mentioned, there's a professional profile, a production profile, there's meeting profile, there's a concert profile, there's different settings or EQs and different effects on board. And when I say effects, I don't mean like reverb or echo, but I'm talking like compressors, limiters, gates. All that is available on this device. So the manual, like I said, is very, very thorough. It goes deep into that. There's not anything I could think of that I had a question about that was not available in the manual. So I do recommend this. I'm definitely happy that they sent me this to test out because I will be using it a lot. I used it over the weekend at a video shoot, and I can see me using this at work or even with DJ related stuff. So what I'm going to do now is do a couple of quick tests. I'm going to hook it up so you can hear what the mic sounds like because like I said, this is a stereo mic and it can actually work as a USB mic as well. So I'll record off of the microphones. I'll record off of the line in, and then maybe we'll hook up another mic into the input as well. But we'll get some tests and I'll let you hear what the microphone sounds like. For reference, all this I've shot so far has been on my Rode Wireless Go. So we'll jump into the test and you'll get to hear what the difference is. All right, so let's get into that now. This is the sound that you get when you use the built-in microphone on the XV1-R. I'm talking dead center, 1 foot away from the microphone capsules. Now I'm moving to the left of the microphone. This is what it sounds like with me 1 foot to the left. I'm starting to talk and coming back dead center, and now I'm going to the right, 1 foot away from the microphone, 1 foot away on the right hand side, coming back in dead center. This is what it sounds like with the built-in microphone. Okay, this is what it sounds like using the XV1-R as a USB microphone. I am directly in front of the microphone and I am about 1 foot away. I'm going to move to the left of the microphone. 1 foot away, I am on the left side, talking as I come back dead center. Now I'm going to the right. I am on the right of the microphone. So this is what it sounds like talking with the USB mic. So there you have it, folks. That is a quick test and a review of this handy stereo portable recorder. As you can see, it sounds really good even when you're using it as a USB mic or if you're just recording directly into the microphone using the stereo mics. I think this is a really cool product. I'm definitely recommending it. I'm going to put a link in the description below to a link. You can purchase it on Amazon. It's got a good price. It's definitely worth it. And if you ever find yourself in need of getting some good on-the-spot recording, sometimes your phone is not always going to be the answer. I know phones can do a whole lot of things, but sometimes you need a dedicated device, and I think this fits the bill perfectly. So that's this review. We're going to do another review, some more products, and hopefully have some other videos as well. If you're liking what you're seeing, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and let's keep the conversation going so we can get this channel popping. All right, so until next time, it's your boy Logistical Styles, and I am out. Peace.